Well, you can see right now, take a look at that stop sign just blowing around as the wind is picking up there. It's a very, very strong hurricane right now, and I understand that we're going to see quite a bit more here as the evening gets on us. Right now, the wind's probably maybe 90, 95 miles an hour. I'm going to move out just for a moment so you can get an idea. But I mean, you can see that stop sign was bent over. So I'm going to move out. The camera is in a solid position. It's locked down. I'm moving out. Give me a second here. Understand that this is a little bit of a calculation here. All right. So there's the wind speed as I'm standing next to a building, which is somewhat protecting me. Okay. So I'll take a knee. Whoops. See if I can take a knee here. There we go. Let me just listen to the storm for a second. Okay. You guys got it. I'm going back up. This is really getting strong. You get the idea. That's power. That's Mother Nature. And that's what's going to be potentially taking off some roofs, peeling back shingles, knocking down tree limbs, taking out power. It's all of that. And we're going to see that for hours going here. It is not a pretty picture, and unfortunately, it's going to get worse, guys.
So if we're looking at the map, we don't have Punta Gorda on that map, but it is basically right in the direct path of the storm. At some point, will you be experiencing the eye wall, Kerry, or are you a bit north of that?
Yeah. So, no. All indications are we're going to get the eye wall coming towards us. In fact, it might be in about 45 minutes or maybe even less. I mean, this is a little hard to calculate, especially in the field. I mean, remarkably, we still have cell phone service, so we can do like everybody else is at home. We can look at the radar loops and see what's going on. But when that eye wall comes through, of course, that's the strongest winds. And then we're in that eye where, if it all works out, if they were get to pass over us, it'll be calm and beautiful inside. I've been in one eye before, and even saw some seagulls flying around like it was just a calm day. One of the things we've been talking so much about has been storm surge. And with storm surge, we've been talking about the amount of water coming in. And the expectation was that the storm surge here, which could still happen, might be as high as 12, 15, maybe 17 feet. That would put most of this underwater because we're only basically 2 blocks away from Charlotte Harbor. I went over to Charlotte Harbor a little earlier when the winds were not quite the way they are right now, but they were strong. And it was remarkable because the counterclockwise nature of the hurricane had pulled the water out of the harbor, had pulled the water out of the Peace River. In fact, there were boats just sitting on the bed there in the sand and the mud. Just not what I really expected to see. And you may have just caught the lightning flash there. Haven't heard thunder yet, but there was a lightning flash. So you're getting an idea of where we are as you look at the radar, as you see. I'm not sure what map you have. Punta Gorda is north of Fort Myers. We are south of Sarasota. This is Charlotte County. This is basically where in 2004 Hurricane Charlie came through. There are 5 barrier islands off the coast here in Charlotte County. We know that Sanibel and Captiva was evacuated, but some people decided to stay back. On Sanibel Island, I'm getting reports from a friend of mine that there are people there who are, it's been washed over by water. They are furiously looking for a place to get some high ground in a high building or something to protect themselves. Here we have Little Gasparilla Island. We have Gasparilla Island. We have Minnesota. We have sorry, I got to catch my breath there. This is really.
Kerry, hold on. I'll let you catch your breath. Listen,
islands there.
Thank God you are. I'd like to see where you are right now, what's protecting you, because those winds, I am braced right now just watching your shot.
Let's do that.
And I'm horrified I think that's Jim Cantore behind you, I imagine. But it looks dangerous.
Show us. There.
I can
tell. Come over here. Take a look here.
Yeah,
take a look over here. See what we have here? This is the building right here. And the wind is whipping around the corner there, but all I need to do is stand here and we're protected. You know, remember, the winds they're not chaotic in the sense that they're coming from a bunch of different directions. They're coming from one direction, and we know the counterclockwise nature of what the hurricane is. And you can see, there's Jim Cantore with his producer, the Weather Channel. I mean,
it's
Jim Cantore's the guy. We're in the right spot because
this
is
Jim.
Hey, Jim. Jim, just give me a sense as the meteorologist of what we're dealing with right now.
This is the eye wall. This is the worst part of the hurricane. This is what we watch. We send the aircraft out there to go get a measurement. We watch the pressure drop. We watch the winds go up. This is where the winds go up, Kerry. I mean, we both had to take a knee out there. I mean, we're getting, signs are blowing over, debris flying around, but we will probably get in the eye. I don't know if it's going to be 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but at some point it'll be calm. We'll be able to see blue sky, and then we got to deal with the backside of it.
All right, tell me
these
what
winds coming in from a completely different direction.
Tell me what you make of what you're seeing here, because there was talk about category, maybe on the edge of a category 5.
Right.
But we're standing out here, and people will go, I don't get that.
Yeah, no, I mean, they go back after the season's over. Do they find a wind that's 160 miles an hour where they can maybe up the category? They'll do that in post.
Okay.
As far as this thing, I mean, if they haven't called a landfall yet, it's going to be somewhere near Captiva. That's what it looks like from the radar.
Okay.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, this is why we try and get people out of harm's way.